like they do it in bars. Let's get lost tonight. Let's get lost tonight. Let's get lost. Look up at the stars, the universe is ours, like
Hey everybody, this vlog is kind of a backtrack because I'm already in Finland, but this is about preparing to leave, like the difficult part, the easy part, you know, just everything in between. The most difficult part of leaving for me was packing. Like, I'm a pack rat, so I wanted to take everything. I wanted to bring all my jackets, all my jeans and overalls, just a lot of stuff that could not fit into a big suitcase and a carry-on. And so my mom, I had her help me figure it out, and she was just taking stuff out of my suitcase, like, you don't need this, you don't need this. Like, she was stressing me out. Like, I was literally felt like I was dying, and she took everything out of my suitcase. But she was right, because it's not actually as cold as I expected it to be here. It's 33 degrees, and I was just in Chicago where it's negative degrees, and it was actually colder in Chicago than it is here. Like, I wore the same coat that I have here in Chicago, and I was still a little cold. Here, I'm wearing that coat and I'm sweating. So, it's not as cold as I expected. I don't think preparing to leave was as hard for me because I spent a year planning this study abroad experience. Like, now that I'm in Helsinki, I also want to talk about my flight experience on this video, because my flight experience was a mess, okay, you guys? So basically, I get to O'Hare in Chicago, I get through the check-in and everything goes fine. I say goodbye to my parents, and they say that my flight is boarding at gate 9. So I'm at gate 9 waiting, 5:50 comes around, and that's boarding time, and nobody's there. The airline people not there, passengers aren't there. I'm just like, it's people sitting there, which I thought were the passengers, but obviously they're not getting up. So I'm like, okay, these people obviously aren't going to Finland or Iceland, because I had a flight to Iceland and then I connected to Helsinki. And then on the intercom, it says that my flight has been moved to gate 4. Wouldn't you guys make this announcement sometime before boarding started? You know, it was just annoying. So anyway, I'm rushing down to gate 4 so that I don't miss my flight. I get there, it's a long line, so I'm good. I get on the plane. We're supposed to leave at 6:30. We don't leave until 6:50, 7 o'clock. Mind you, I have a connecting flight, so I have to be there at a certain time to make that flight. We get there, and it takes forever to get off the plane. And it's also so much different than getting off a plane in the U.S. So basically, you know how the tarmac or whatever, the runway, just like that you see all the cars and the planes on. So basically, we walked out of the plane on some stairs and was out there in that area. And we had to get on this bus. And the bus drove us to the airport, actually the airport. And then we get to the airport, and it's like 7 o'clock. And my flight leaves at 7:30. So I'm just panicking. And then I have to go all the way up to find the terminal. But before you can get to the terminal, you have to go through customs. Long line at customs. I'm like, how am I going to make this flight? So I finally get through customs at 7:20, and I have to rush to get to this plane. I get to the plane. The flight attendant guy is just standing at the little booth that you check tickets, and he's just like looking around and everything. I'm like, oh, I know he's waiting for me. And they literally were waiting on me. I was the last person to get on this plane. So I get on this plane, everybody's seated, and it's just so awkward because I'm just walking on there, and I'll be annoyed if I had to wait for somebody. you know. And other people could have had connecting flights that they had to get to, but because my first plane held us up, I held up my second plane, which I felt so guilty about. And so I get on the plane, and everything's good from there. And then I get to the airport. So I get to the airport, I go in some shops and everything, and then I go to baggage claim. The airport in Helsinki has multiple sections of baggage claims. Like in the US, there's one section where all the baggage goes through. But here, there's like different baggage claim areas. So I go to the wrong baggage claim, it's dead, nobody's there. And then I end up going out of the arrival portion of the airport. And so my bag is in the baggage claim for my airline, and I can't get back in. So I had to ask so many people how to get back in. I had to press the call button and call somebody down from my airline and show them my ticket so that they could let me in back into that section of the airport to get my bag. And then after that, I'm in the airport that's connected to the hotel, so I just walked through the walkway to my hotel, and everything was good after that. So, since getting here, I've had a okay experience. You know, I'm adjusting to jet lag and just the time zone difference, and I'm trying to try different foods, but I haven't steered that much away from foods that I haven't already had in America or whatever. I've had a burger, I've had this chicken sandwich, I had some chicken pasta. Breakfast was kind of different because, like, literally I only had some oatmeal and some fruit and some meat on a bagel thing. There weren't many options that were familiar to me. So, yeah. But thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned for my blog about my time in Helsinki. The things that I did. I didn't do much, okay? But I'm just showing what I did do. And there will be more to come.